Lewis!
How proud are you?
Lewis, check it out! 69696!
How proud are you?
We missed 69420 though, unfortunately. Oh well. 69696. We're back in Japan. Where are we?
Daikoku, where else would we be?
Of course.
But we're at Daikoku on the right night, that's the difference.
Right. Last time we were here, we were actually here in the daytime.
Yeah.
And I was blown away because someone drove their 400R here. How often do you see something like that on the street?
Not very often. Maybe around events like, you know, Nismo Festival and like R's meeting, you'll see people moving their cars, but a 400R, I don't think you would move it that often.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Well, we're here because this is kind of the kickoff to this whole trip of me coming early to Tokyo Auto Salon. Of course, the big change for me is I actually have my own car here. I got a Bayside Blue R34 GTR. My friends at Top Rank helped me out, and the nice thing is I actually get to drive the car in Japan while we're waiting for it to be federally legal to import to the US. I actually experienced R34 GTRs for the first time riding with you, and we actually came here. I remember it like it was yesterday. I'll never forget it. It was such a life-changing experience. It was pretty mind-blowing. But enough about my car. We're actually gonna just go for a cruise with a bunch of other Bayside Blue R34s. My friend Masa from Top Rank gathered up a bunch of his buddies, and we're gonna hit up a cool photo spots. We actually love doing this in the US with a lot of different cars in different cities. We've done it in Chicago, New Orleans, we've done it in Miami, LA, Atlanta, bunch of different cities. The point is, I wanted to do like a modified version of that in Tokyo, and why not have all matching color of the same car?
Well, if the choice is there, you might as well take it, right?
Exactly.
Get
This
the
is
GTRs out.
This is the land of the GTR, right? So where else could you do something like this? Why is it so busy tonight anyways? I mean, is it just like a crazy time?
Well, it's the perfect time because tomorrow is actually a national holiday. So usually Sunday nights are pretty quiet, but being a national holiday, everybody comes out. It's good weather, it's not too cold.
It's crazy. The scene is insane. There's just so many different types of cars here. Every single time it blows me away. I've been coming here, I think since 2007, and every single time it's a different scene and it's a different vibe. And it's just such a mix of crazy cars here.
Oh, it's all about the mix. I mean, you get everything here.
All right, so we're gonna get in the car, we're gonna get going, and we're gonna check out our first location. Dino and I are pulling out right now of Daikoku. I figured I would have Dino drive a little bit so I can get some shots, and then we'll switch off after this. First location. Got a bunch of Bayside Blue R34s, GTRs. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool scene. Crossing the bridge was awesome. Going through the tunnel. It's just weird to see all the same cars.
GTRs.
Bunch of GTRs, according to Dino. How many kilowatts, sir?
420 kilowatts, at least.
All 5 of them
Together?
What? That's a lot of kilowatts. Oh, but this has just been fun. It's just been awesome. Very cool.
はい、スタンダード仕様も同様ですが、この新しいシグネチャーの DTRL デイタイミングランニングライトを採用して新たな GTR の顔を作り上げました。
What do you think, Cody?
It's cool to be here, you know. It's kind of sad to say this might be the last year. You know, I think the car looks great. I like the minor changes they made to the front fascia and stuff. It's kind of crazy where we're going with like all of these sound restrictions and stuff. I'm sure they invested quite a bit to develop the new exhaust, you know, to coincide with those changes. But
It looks cool. I really like it. I can't wait to see it up close.
yeah, I want to hear it. I want to hear what it sounds
Just
like.
start up right now, bro.
Right? Just do it. Ask for forgiveness later.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Fanboy moment. Smokey. I just love your work so much. Love your work. Yeah. I met Mr. Nada at D1 at Irwindale so long ago. In 2006, I think. Yeah, Irwindale. Yeah, it's been a while, but it's good to see you. Okay. All right. Check my website out, dude.
That guy drove really fast on the freeway that one time.
Yeah.
Drove really fast.
Dude, so historic moment, man. Oh, look how pretty.
Hey, tell me your settings. What do I do?
Those are the wrong settings. I don't know. Yeah, but this is so. Okay, Jonathan.
Yep.
This is such a surreal moment for me.
Is it not? Like, this is crazy.
I was here in 2007.
Right.
I traveled to Japan just to check out the R35 release.
Right.
It was the first time the public had ever seen it. And just to be here back in Japan, and now this version of the R35, 2024, minor revision, major minor?
Major minor.
I wouldn't say it's that much more improved, but it's updated, you know, for just what's a good way to put it? Well, because I don't know, maybe you don't know, I don't know if this is the last version of this car. But I'm going to assume, just from an enthusiast, and I think it's really, really cool to see that Nissan is still building cars like this for the enthusiast.
Yep.
But yeah, this is just insane. You got Smokey Nagata here, you got Tamira-san, Mr. T-spec over here. Oh look, he's just checking it out right now. He's planning out what he's gonna do to this to make it even more crazier. So, Mr. Top Secret himself, this is so cool. Kaisa, what do you think?
I should not be here.
We actually had a T-spec earlier last year in May as our press vehicle here.
Correct.
And I feel like it accelerates so fast, like I get vertigo when I'm driving it.
Right.
It's just too much.
Yeah.
And this one is even crazier. And of course the Nismo just takes it to the next level.
Yep.
So what are we looking at in terms of changes?
Yeah, so mainly the changes are cosmetic for the most part. Of course, on the exterior, you saw the new front end.
It's more, honestly, kind of like a throwback to the R34 front end.
Absolutely. So yeah, the way the grille now has been designed, it really kind of harks back to that R34 GTR. But yeah, the whole front fascia has gone through this change to really kind of not only create some differentiation from the previous models, but then also provide some additional downforce. So you'll notice specifically on this, and then more so on the GTR, these additions. And yeah, so
this is so crazy. What an interesting design element.
Well, they tie directly into the grille inserts now. So there's a lot of consistency now.
I love the fact that in these new cars, you're bringing these colors back, you know, that were really historic in the R34 especially.
Yeah, internally, I mean, these are some of our favorite colors too, so it definitely made sense to have Millennium Jade, Midnight Purple, especially on GTR, so yeah, we're excited to bring these back into market. And then for changes, the rear is also changed, and so for the T-spec and for the premium grade, you'll notice the rear diffuser is considerably different. You know, you've got the light there, the fog lamp. And so yeah, you'll see the subtle differences, but again, it provides that differentiation, but then also increases some of the aerodynamic performance of the car.
It's so clean. It really is. I noticed the wing is wider.
It is wider.
Here.
Yep.
But honestly, the Nismo version has the craziest wing.
Absolutely.
It is so crazy. It's legitimately like a gooseneck style
It is.
from the factory.
That's right.
It almost looks like it's backwards, but it's not. That's the crazy thing. It's just so cool. Obviously, it's more about function because the more surface area you have underneath you here, the more downforce you can actually make at speed.
Right, and the engineers are, again, extracting as much aerodynamic increases to really try to enhance the overall capability of the car, because each iteration of the R35 has just been incremental changes, small changes to the performance, small changes to the suspension, and now to come full circle, these are focusing a lot on aerodynamic capabilities.
What's interesting to me is if you take the first year model and sit it next to this, it's not even the same car. The shape is similar, but especially the Nismo, this is so wild. This looks like a race car now.
No, absolutely. Yeah, the changes between the two, if you said put them side by side, they look so different just because of not only the cosmetic changes, but just some of the minutia that goes into it.
I just love this so much. That means this is all carbon fiber then, huh? This whole thing is carbon fiber, but they leave this unpainted, or it is clear coated, but the body color is not painted.
Correct.
So it's actually really cool to kind of see. It's very like Gundam looking.
Well, yeah, you can see the same up here on the front VINs too. So they do the same treatment here as well. So you can see how the treatment is done. So the whole fender is carbon, but then they paint around the louvers here. The same with the rear. The same with the front bumper and the front lip.
So this is showing off the raw carbon. Like otherwise, you wouldn't actually know that the front bumper is full carbon.
Right.
But it's just so crazy to me that they have to do this paint line. Honestly, between the two, I like the front end of the Nismo more, but I also like how subtle the teeth on the t-spec.
Yeah.
But I love how angular this is.
Yeah.
And I know all of this stuff is functional.
It's absolutely functional. Every aspect of this front fascia has been designed for function. So yeah, you see like the crease line here now has evolved, which now pushes up to the corner light. So that's completely different than from before.
And I just cannot believe that the hood is left raw carbon. Like that is so cool.
Yeah.
In terms of like a tuner car, it honestly, when I look at it from the outside, besides the wheels, it honestly looks like a car that's been modified heavily.
Yeah, heavily, right? But that was done on purpose because if you notice from the front all the way to the back, now with the carbon hood, the carbon roof, and then the carbon rear spoiler, all of it is now visible from the top. So now it all is a cohesive look. So yeah, and it pays homage also to some of the last models of our R34 GTR where we did some exposed carbon.
And then I know the seats are super special in here, and unfortunately we won't be able to get these in the US due to DOT. Right?
Correct, yeah, but the exposed carbon backs, so cool.
Change my order.
Here we go. We're sitting in the 2024 brand new. The seats are really nice.
These are really nice.
These have to be so expensive.
Oh, I can only imagine.
These seats are so cool. But R35, it's so cool. This is like a true GT car, but it has sports car performance. The fact that you could still fit your small children or half a person back there. With that said, we shot all of our May trip in that T-spec, and then Lewis or we were able to sit in the back while Dino was driving. So, we can fit another person back there, but it's just one of those things where it's so nice to have a GT car. You're having fun, you have all the power, but you can still carry all your camera equipment and actually all of our luggage too, because the trunk is a lot bigger than the R34, surprisingly. But yeah, I love this car so much. It's so cool. The steering wheel, everything is so premium. The materials are super premium. So performance-wise, I think they did say that it has a front LSD now.
Correct. Yeah. So the performance update for the 24 is the front limited slip differential.
And it's mechanical too.
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So potentially it's something that'll just basically pull you out of corners faster and also be more stable under braking too.
Exactly. And yep, that was the goal for that edition. Again, progressing the engineering of this car to its full potential.
And you know, one of the things I also wanted to mention real quick is the fact that we're in Japan and you work for Nissan USA. I love the collaboration between the US side and the Japan side. I think it's so cool, you know, because part of it is this car is going to be available in the US.
That's right.
So this is not just a Japan only car. I think some people have been saying that. Totally not true. If you want this version of R35, you can get it in the US.
That's right. This T-spec premium 24 model year.
I also love all the colors. I think I saw this will come in red.
Yes, this will have a red option.
Which looks so good.
Yeah.
It's just like that red and the black deep carbon.
Oh.
The contrast is incredible. The R35 has always just been like the more modern and futuristic GTR. I love all the versions of the GTRs, but this is just like futuristic, but also it's of our time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's a great way to put it. I completely agree.
And if you wanted to make 2,000 horsepower, you can.
Yeah, exactly.
So Jonathan is actually pretty much the main reason why I've been able to do any work with Nissan in the past couple of years. We've done so much together. We've launched the new Z globally. You know, we launched the Z GT4 race car. I've done a bunch of other things, including shoot stuff with Versa. Yeah. And then we have, you know, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. GTR here, Tamura-san. Hey, oh, I noticed something. You're matching this car. Yeah. You're matching the Nismo, and then Tamura is matching the T-spec. Look. You basically blend in right away. Like you, it's the same color. But also another thing is the reason why I'm able to work with Jonathan so well is because he's a true car enthusiast. Part of it is that, you know, he drives a Hakosuka back home in the US, in Tennessee. He had a 240Z, unfortunately, he had an incident with that. And also his wife has an RB25D T-powered 240Z, which is just so crazy, you know? So it's so cool. If you want to see another video that we actually did together, we did a heritage tour in Tennessee. So we actually had a chance to check out the Zama Heritage Center here in Japan. But if you want to see the US version, which is more focused on the US cars, then check that video out. But thank you so much for having me in Japan. We're actually going to go check out the Fairlady Z because it's just something that we haven't had a chance to see yet, you know, and I've been lucky to be able to shoot pretty much every version of the Z up until now. Right. I see that, I'm like, I have to see that thing. I think it's so cool. Somehow I ended up in this group photo with a bunch of Z nerds over here.
What are we doing?
No.
What the heck is going on?
No photo.
All right, so we're looking at the Fairlady Z Customized Edition. This thing is so cool. A lot of people say that this looks better than the production version, but I don't know. I think it's pretty interesting. Okay, so we're at the Z portion of the Nissan TAS 2023 booth, and we have two really awesome Zs. We actually have a real 432Z, which honestly the look of my Z is kind of based off of. Yeah, definitely. You know, but that is the one. That's the one. That's so beautiful, and I just take so much inspiration from that car, you know?
Absolutely.
But this is kind of like a modern interpretation of that. Tell me the story about this.
Yeah, so this was launched last year here at TAS for 2022. And this was a concept to showcase what, you know, from a design point of view, could occur. So like some of these pieces you may see, you know, in some sort of fashion be able to be available through our accessories channels. But really this was just kind of a design test to see, you know, how these pieces fit, and also kind of gauge where the interest was for the market. So essentially you'll see a revised front bumper here. So it actually incorporates that split in between the grille opening. So that's obviously different than the normal Fairlady. The design elements of this was really kind of just with some of the feedback that we got, showcase the fact that, it is something that's doable and it is something that could potentially come into the marketplace. But one of my favorite things is actually these wheels.
I love also the fact that you guys are just letting random people sit in this thing.
Of course.
I feel like it's like concept car level. And then people are just like, yeah, let me just get in it and play with a shifter.
Why not?
But let's talk about the wheels.
Yeah, so honestly, this is my favorite. So again, the modern interpretation of a Watanabe. So with a beautiful 8-spoke, it's just a really nice throwback touch. And like you mentioned, like with the paint job and everything that went into this, it's obviously paying homage to the 432. So obviously it's not the magnesium wheels, but of course, this is a great interpretation of what a lot of Z owners put on their cars. So I just find it to be beautiful.
Every single part of it, there's some sort of throwback, including the little ducktail.
Yeah, the rear spoiler that extends further out. So just like on the 240Z. And then you'll notice the updated Z badge here. So this is completely different than the Z badge that's on the normal
Oh yeah. This is the one that usually comes on the 240Z, the early versions, that doesn't have like the dip. So it's like this.
Exactly.
Right.
So the Z emblem actually on the 240Zs in the US actually came a little later in the Series 2. So Series 1 actually had the 240Z emblem. That's right. But again, because this is kind of as modern interpretation as you get, so they wanted to modernize the badge. So you'll notice even some of the same cutouts around the outside of the circular emblem has made its way into this one as well.
This makes a lot more sense now because these are parked next to each other.
Yep,
and another thing I wanted to mention is that not seeing this in person really kind of was a disadvantage, I feel like, just because the lines don't really show up on camera unless you're actually seeing it in 3D.
Right, in front of you.
Another thing is the katana is gone.
It's all black.
Right, so it's all black. I love that it kind of matches the look of the original 240Z.
Exactly. So it's these subtle details that only when you really, get into the car that you notice. And again, it really kind of, pays tribute to the 432.
And on top of that, one big design element is the hood. Instead of having a full-on just black or carbon fiber hood, it's just the bump is painted black.
It's painted black. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, the power bulge is painted black to tie in the contrast though of the rest of the car. So of course with the black wheels and the black A-pillars and roof, it really ties it all into a nice cohesive package. But yeah, I'm really digging this front bumper. I love the way that it essentially reenacts the fact that, although it doesn't have a metal chrome bumper just like the 432 does, it's kind of a modern take on it, and I think it fits pretty well.
It's interesting because the way the front end is on the production one that you can actually buy right now, it kind of reminds me of what a 240Z would look like if you remove the front bumper. If you delete the front bumper, then it would look like that.
Absolutely.
This kind of looks more like if you had a painted front bumper on the 240Z.
No, and that's exactly what it's doing. So to your point, like if you had a fiberglass front bumper that's painted to match on your 240 or 280Z, this is exactly what that would be, but on the new Fairlady or the new Z.
So cool. Well, this is, I think, like the final edition of something that I haven't had a chance to shoot yet.
That's true.
Hopefully one day I'll be able to get this outside somewhere and actually get some nice shots of it. One other thing that I didn't really get to mention yet is the fact that it's orange and the car currently is not available in orange.
Right.
So hopefully this is kind of a preview to what's to come. This is a little bit of a different shade than what we have on the 432.
Right.
But I feel like it's a little more modern and updated. I think it looks great.
Yeah, I'm in love with this orange, especially on this car. Orange really suits it, so stay tuned. It could be a possibility. So.
Look what I found.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, so the last time I saw you, we were basically at the YouTuber Olympics.
That's right. Yeah, in Florida, Swampland.
Yeah, so now we're at your home.
Yeah, Tokyo.
Tokyo Auto Salon. I haven't been here since the shutdown.
Yep.
And do you think it's bigger now than before, or is it pretty much the same?
I'd say it's still like a little like kind of docile like compared to what it used to be before, but it's hard to get a grasp of it until once the public doors open at 2 o'clock, because it's media right now, all the music's off, all the sounds, and all the like the girls aren't out bringing the crowds, so it's hard to know. But just by looking at the booths, there's like two types of companies that were like, yo, we're back, let's do bigger and better than ever, and then there's, yo, we don't really know what the current stage of the market is because 3 years has kind of been a while and let's just play it safe. But I'd say it's kind of in the middle.
There's a big difference between this and SEMA in that this is open to the public.
Yeah.
You know, they're selling stuff here.
Yeah.
They're wheeling, dealing.
Yeah.
And it really is kind of a cool way for the consumer to just be able to talk direct to people like HKS or all of these legacy Japanese companies.
for sure.
You know, so whereas SEMA, it's like a bit far still.
Yeah.
And you have to be industry to actually get in.
Yeah.
And even then, so it's like, you know, you're making connections or whatever, but you can't just buy something on the showroom floor.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
Like I went to SEMA and didn't even know that. I was there and I'm like, oh, this is like a, kind of like, it's big, but I was like expecting way more people. And then they're like, oh, it's not open to the public. And I was like, what? And I didn't realize that at first, so that was mind-blowing to me. But yeah, no, it's definitely a different atmosphere, and I like it. Because anyone who's just like some kid or like even like some older guy who's dreaming of building like a sick GTR can go talk to HKS, Gretty, like talk about their engine packages, work out what's best, and that's cool, you know?
Yeah, no, I think that's super cool.
Yeah.
We have to definitely check out your shop one of these days
For sure.
to shoot some of the stuff you're building.
Yeah, man.
It's just kind of cool. Everybody's, you know, having their own take on it. You're a drift guy.
Yeah.
But I'm sure you like everything in terms
I love
of
everything.
Japanese car culture.
I mean, we all have the same problem, huh? We want one of every car, maybe multiples of every car, right?
Please, yes, the Gran Turismo garage, but I mean, in real life. So guys, you've been here for a couple days now, and this is your first time stepping foot onto the TAS showroom floor.
Yeah.
Now what?
I love it because everything's JDM, old and new. It's insane. Like you see what's kind of most current and future tech. I love the blend and the mix, and you see what these companies are doing. And like honestly, I'm again like yesterday at Zama, again speechless, just walking around and being a complete kid because
That's kind of the point, though. You know, I really want people to come and check it out for themselves. You know, because yeah, there's a language barrier, and yeah, maybe it's a little outside of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
But that's the point. That's what
But it's so welcoming. Like you can get around easily everywhere. Like you can genuinely make your way around. But since we got here, I haven't left this hall. And there's still other halls
you better
I need
keep
to go
going,
to.
dude. Sorry, I'm
And
holding
like,
you up.
No, anytime. But it's like seeing Top Secret and Bulletproof Automotive and Vortex, everything. Like all these companies that I admire so much. And they're all here with their latest products. It's, you know, like, if you're thinking of coming to Tokyo Auto Salon, absolutely please do. Because it's an incredible experience. The people are amazing, everyone's friendly, and the cars are exceptional. So,
There you go.
Do it. Do it.
We're gonna keep walking the show.
Number one fan, bro.
Yeah. Don't make her cry, dude. What's wrong with you? You're so mean, dude.
I know, I feel so bad. Every bloody round. She's legit every form, doesn't matter what event. Tomoko.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Tomoko.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. I haven't seen this yet. That's pretty cool. What? No, this.
Oh, the screw. The screws for like, because if I lose some parts,
Yeah. You could just.
I can literally free.
Yeah.
Larry, get that in the block. Put it in
Okay,
there.
all
Make sure
right.
you get it.
Oh wait, what is that? From
I don't know.
1995 or
3, 2, 1.
something,
Yo,
dude?
film is live,
What's going on,
dude.
Right.
Yo,
What's going on?
weird like that.
95?
Hustle for $20 for a Kodak roller camera.
Yeah. So I just kind of wanted to get a quick life update from you because last time we saw you was at Pikes Peak.
Right.
And we definitely appreciate you being a part of that video and just kind of, you know, being a character. Unfortunately, you didn't have a chance to drive, but you will be driving soon.
Yeah, it was like unfortunately, but fortunately. Like for us, we went up there, and even if it was just in the rental, I got to actually drive the road. You know, other than the amount of hours I've tested on the simulator, nothing's like actually driving it in person. But witnessing and actually feeling like the oxygen, like how low it actually is, breathing, all that, just getting amongst it. You know, I was, you know, for Ken Block to come up and just say hang out, man, and just literally be his and hang out and absorb as much as I can was incredible. So yeah, for me to now be able to go back this year, we've been able to finish the car. Felt like we were racing to build the car. The only time we want to be racing is up the hill, not getting there, you know. So yeah, T-Speed Magic, Kawado's built an amazing freaking car, and this is like, I mean, we never stop challenging. People that follow me know that we always want to be pioneers of what we do, pioneers whether it's in the drifting realm or whether it's a car build, and for us it's about doing, just never stop challenging. It's the fun, it's the reward of like already we just finished the car, so we're testing it this week, so for that it's already a win, you know. So there's the event, the activation, the demonstration, the championship, the record, whatever it is, but before that is always the reveal of the car is like a big win.
Yeah, I definitely can't wait to see that car in person. I can't wait to shoot it. But what people may not know is that I've been shooting you since 2007, dude. 2007 with such style, and it's just been such a pleasure to see you compete in FD, then FD Japan. It just D1 actually, I think, was the first time I saw you, right, compete?
Yeah, D1 World All-Stars. It was like USA versus Japan in this mad Kiwi with a RX-7 NA3 rotor, no suspension, wound out to the floor. And
also at the Red Bull World Drift Championship in 2008, also at Long Beach. But yeah, it's just been such a pleasure, and I want to see you continue to grow as well as your son. It's really incredible to see him.
I'm growing fast because I have to, because he's rapidly freaking chomping at my heels, man. He's there. He bit me at Summer Bash, man. His first ever pro drift event, out-qualified me up against, you know, over 60 of New Zealand's best drifters. And yeah, qualifies top 10.
Well, it's an unfair advantage for him because he has you as your dad. If you had a dad that was like...
I know, but like for people that have kids, and you can have all the credentials in the world, and I don't know, it's like, he obviously absorbs it, but sometimes it just feels like he's not absorbing it, where Ken Block would come down and give him, you know, we had this thing about what direction are you going to go? Like, are you going to go off-road racing or drifting? And Ken's like, you know what, you don't even need a direction. You could just do film stuff. He's like, arguably look at what I've created from film shoots. He'll listen to someone else over me, but he'll absorb what I'm saying. I don't know.
Yeah, he's definitely absorbed a lot of your style.
I saw James Dean actually commented on one of the first clips of Link on the racetrack, and James's comment, I know because Link showed me, he's like, whoa, look, James's comment. And it's like, oh, he's already got Dad's clutch kicking freaking rotary style, you know, just the way he drives. Pretty much the right foot might as well just be a switch on and off, and then just clutch and just adjust the, I'll modulate the wheel speed with clutch and gearbox. Yeah. So I break a lot of parts. But.
Found your next drift car, dude.
Oh, yeah.
This is it.
You were there when I drifted the F40 at Gutbull.
You're right, yes. Dude, and it had no angle at all, right?
Dude, I'm like, because the guy's like, oh, you want to drive the Ferrari? I'm like, oh, fuck, okay. I was like cruising in it, and then like literally 2 laps in, he's whacking my leg. No, drift. I'm like, oh, fuck, okay.
Oh my God. And I totally forgot about that.
And Vaughn drove the because he's got had the Countach.
Like,
bro, Vaughn is like his favorite cars is the Countach. Can you drive that? And then here's me and Vaughn driving these supercars.
And then he said, "Never meet your heroes."
Yeah.
Wait, but this was fun to drift, right?
Yeah.
Dude.
Very challenging. No steering lock, and then the cross gate gearbox. I was like left-hand drive. At the handbrake, I pulled the handbrake because it took so much momentum to try to get it sideways. Pulled the handbrake, I like legit just about went through the roof. Just like stretched the cable. I'm like, oh,
I love it.
FD.
Yeah, I know. This is your style, dude.
I mean, yeah, I'll take the F40, but This is sick.
This is so cool.
FDRX7, my favorite car on the planet.
I love it.
And Kato's thrown his style into it, you know?
Redone it to make it look like a 935. Huh? So cool.
Very sick.
Welcome to Japan again.
I'm here all week, so Tuesday?
来週火曜日だったらいいよ。
早いですね。はい、ちょっともう楽しみです。
Oh, man, boy.
boy.
I love this so much. I love this.
It's still got the same gearbox. The one I tried. And the same handbrake.
Yeah.
I won't start it because last Tokyo Auto Salon I started the Haka Sucker and got in a lot of trouble. Why do I always get in trouble with all these events?
All right, they're gonna let me sit in the F40. I've only ridden passenger in one. I've never actually sat in the driver's seat. Oh, this is nice. Look at this view. Okay. You got a carbon shift knob.
Yeah, which one?
I love that the keys are here. They just let the keys. Jeez. Look, this is how JDM this is. They still have the JDM road flare that they left in here. Incredible. This is the crazy thing about the F40. It's so simple. Love the steering wheel. I'm just gonna go ahead and close the door. How awesome is this? This is just too cool. What a great car. Amazing. So we're actually gonna shoot this on Sunday, rain or shine. I hope it doesn't rain, but it looks like it's going to rain. But and we'll see how it goes. Hey, thanks for watching. If you want to support us directly, go to larrychenprints.com. I print and sign every single one of these. This is the perfect gift, or it's the perfect piece of art for your wall.